Y'all mean to tell me that Ice Cube, yes, straight outta Compton, today was a good day Ice Cube just leaked a secret audio tape that allegedly ties Bill freaking Cosby to the death of Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Oh, baby, this ain't just your average Hollywood scandal. This is celebrity homicide meets reality TV plot twist meets Who Killed Roger Rabbit. With a dash of law and order, Cosby Crimes Unit, because if what's on that tape is even halfway real, then we are not just dealing with another fallen star, we're looking at the possible assassination of a TV icon, covered up with pudding pops and throwback reruns. And guess who's finally talking? Ice Cube himself, the same man the industry tried to blacklist, is now blasting Hollywood's dirtiest laundry on an untraceable USB drive like it's 1999. And, honey, this ain't no REMIX. So grab your tinfoil hats, your cancelled Cosby DV diss, and your emotional support snacks, because what we're about to uncover might just change how you see The Cosby Show forever. Stay tuned, because the lies, they're melting faster than Jell-O in hell. Now before you clutch your pearls or cancel your streaming subscriptions, let's break down what we know. Or at least, what Ice Cube just exposed. Because this ain't no clickbait rumor. This is a full-blown Hollywood code red. It all started with a cryptic post. Ice Cube, casually sipping from a glass of something brown and expensive, dropped a single sentence on his verified IG story. Y'all still don't see who killed Theo? Listen closely. Hashtag and edited Cosby tapes. Double quotes. And just like that, the internet combusted. Theo, aka Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who we all were told drowned accidentally in Costa Rica, may not have slipped beneath those waves on his own. Not if Ice Cube's files mean anything. Not if the audio is real. And not if Cosby really did say what we think we heard. Let's rewind the clock for a second. Because this beef, oh, baby, it's deeper than your uncle's conspiracy theory podcast. Back in the late 90s, Cosby was still riding high on his legacy. America's favorite dad, the moral compass of Black Hollywood. The pudding pop prince with a PhD and a punchline, but behind the scenes? Let's just say the set of The Cosby Show wasn't exactly the wholesome family picnic we were sold. Word on the studio lot was that Bill ran that set like a military regime, micromanaging lines, limiting personal freedom, and allegedly threatening careers with the same calm tone he used to say, "Theo, you gotta be responsible." And guess who got the brunt of it? That's right, Malcolm. According to old cast insiders who have suspiciously never been interviewed until now, Malcolm was known for pushing back. He wasn't about to be anybody's puppet. He questioned storylines. He demanded creative say, and worst of all, he knew too much. You see, Malcolm allegedly caught wind of some behind-the-scenes transactions, donations to charities that didn't exist, show budgets that mysteriously evaporated, and one particularly juicy rumor that Cosby was using network leverage to silence women even back then, long before it all exploded in public, and who was seen having heated, whispered conversations with producers late at night. Yup, Malcolm, who started pulling away from the cast, skipping press tour, and growing visibly tense on camera. Malcolm, who suddenly stopped getting calls for spin-offs, even though America loved Theo? You get the idea. Now, fast forward to 2025, and we're told Malcolm simply drowned on vacation. No foul play, no trauma, just a tragic accident, except there was no lifeguard report, no coroner photos, no toxicology release. Just a couple vague statements, a teary-eyed Instagram post from Cosby's old PR rep, and then radio silence until now because, according to Ice Cube, who claims he received a mysterious encrypted file from an anonymous source who only goes by Dr. K, there exists raw, uncut audio of Cosby allegedly speaking with a third-party fixer weeks before Malcolm's trip. And get this. In the tape, a voice believed to be Cosby says, quote, "He's becoming a problem. He talks too much. I've tried the soft route. Maybe it's time he takes a break." A permanent one. Now, let's pause for a second. A permanent break. Who even talks like that unless you've watched too many mob movies, or you're ordering a hit? Ice Cube says the file was buried inside an old hard drive previously owned by a private investigator hired during one of Cosby's early legal settlements. The drive somehow ended up in a pawn shop in Pasadena. How convenient, where it was bought by a tech nerd named Dandy, who tried to decrypt it, found it suspicious, and sent it to Cube's camp with a note that read, "This ain't right. Someone needs to see this." And baby, did Cube see it. He reportedly sat on it for 2 weeks, unsure if it was doctored or real. But after confirming voice matches with AI software and hearing what he called more than enough red flags, Cube went public, and the result? Hollywood panic, studios refusing to comment. Cosby's remaining legal team vanishing like smoke, and Malcolm's name? Trending again, but this time with hashtags like #justice for Theo and #Cosby tapes leaked. And just when you think it couldn't get messier, here's the kicker: the full audio allegedly includes names. 3 individuals Cosby was concerned about, one of whom? A former network executive with ties to a Caribbean resort. Sound familiar? Yeah, that same resort in Costa Rica where Malcolm drowned. Coincidence? Please, not in this industry. And the real twist, that third name on the tape hasn't been revealed yet. Cube's team is holding it back, citing legal risks and personal safety, which means one thing: someone still powerful is involved. So where does this lead? US? To a trail of secrets, silencing, and sabotage that's only just beginning to unravel. And just when you thought the story couldn't spiral deeper into chaos, baby, Ice Cube did not come to play. Because according to our imaginary but oh so credible industry insider close to Cube, the leaked audio files weren't just collected in some dusty drawer or pirated from a Hollywood vault. No, these came directly from a private security archive, allegedly funded by Cosby himself, used to monitor, record, and blackmail former cast members, including Malcolm-Jamal Warner. Yes, you heard that right, blackmail, surveillance. A secret archive. This ain't America's dad. This is America's puppet master. And Cube? He's over it. According to the anonymous insider, who allegedly served on Cosby's private estate security team back in 2010, Cosby had a network of controlled environments. Basically, anytime Malcolm was invited to private parties, charity events, or even so-called reunion dinners, there were mix in the napkin holders, cameras behind the bookshelves, and recorders in the salt shakers. And here is where things turn straight up. CIA thriller. One of the audio files allegedly captures Malcolm in a heated argument with Cosby in a locked Beverly Hills office, where Malcolm reportedly confronted Cosby about unpaid royalties, NDAs, and bodies that never made the news. We're talking hush names, cover-ups, and a barely audible sentence where Cosby allegedly says, "You think you're clean, you think they won't take you too?" Let that marinate. And what's even scarier, the final 3 minutes of the leaked tape conveniently corrupted, and in a loud crash, a gasp, and the abrupt sound of silence. Silence that now echoes across social media like a ghost left on read. Fans are now dissecting every second of that file like it's the Zapruder film, zooming in on waveform patterns and lip-syncing breaths, trying to figure out, did something happen to Malcolm that night? Was it an accident or a message? Meanwhile, Ice Cube has gone full-on digital vigilante. After the drop, his Instagram live, which mysteriously cut out midstream, hasn't been recovered, featured blurry flashes of what looked like legal letters, time-stamped footage, and what fans believe was a medical examiner's report. A report, mind you, that conflicts completely with the official Costa Rica drowning narrative. This version cites cranial bruising and unexplained lung trauma. So now, conspiracy TikTok is lit. Hashtags like #Cosby cover up, #Justice for Malcolm, and #Ice Cube leaks are trending faster than a Kanye meltdown. The timeline is flooded with fan theories, dramatized reenactments, and even full-on documentary-style TikToks being stitched together like we're in the middle of a homemade Netflix expose. Cute. And get this, just as this digital firestorm hits peak heat, the Cosby Show's remaining cast members go radio silent. No comments, no statements. Not even a passive-aggressive quote tweet, just digital crickets. Except one, Tempest Bledsoe, who played Vanessa, posted a cryptic photo of a burned VHS tape with a single caption, "Some legacies aren't worth preserving." Cue the internet scream. Now here's where things take an even more diabolical turn. A second source, this one allegedly a studio cleaner turned whistleblower, claims he saw Cosby meeting with two attorneys and a woman in medical scrubs just 72 hours before Malcolm's reported drowning. And no, we don't have names or receipts, but in the world of viral scandal, vibes are evidence. What's more? Several photos of Cosby from that same week have been scrubbed from Getty, triggering a whole new layer of suspicion. Because why race harmless stock photos unless you're hiding? Not so harmless stock activity. Now Ice Cube's fans are rallying. Petitions are circling to demand a federal reopening of the Malcolm-Jamal Warner case. Twitter Spaces are hosting late-night exposes with former PAs, old writers from Cosby's spin-offs, and even psychic mediums claiming they've received messages from Malcolm himself. We're not saying it's true, but we're saying people are tuning in like it's the Super Bowl of secrets, and through all this, the billion-dollar question remains, why would Bill Cosby, fresh off legal hell, lawsuits, and worldwide disgrace, risk it all to silence Malcolm? Was it about money, legacy, or something darker? Something we haven't uncovered yet because Ice Cube's final message, the one before his live mysteriously cut out, wasn't a goodbye. It was a warning, y'all ain't ready for the next file, but it's coming. And when it drops, Hollywood better duck. And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, Ice Cube hit us with the final haymaker, a second recording, allegedly from a hidden camera planted in Cosby's private Aspen estate. Now, hold on, we're talking about a man who's supposed to be legally blind, can barely shuffle across a courtroom, and yet somehow has an entire underground operation going on in his ski lodge like he's the Black Bond villain nobody saw coming? According to Cube's team, the footage shows Cosby bragging, yes, you heard me, bragging about the power he once held over not just the networks, not just the black community, but the minds of his co-stars. In a chilling moment, the old man reportedly slurs out they all wanted freedom. But they signed contracts with me. I was the gatekeeper. No one left unless I said, so, excuse me, is this man quoting the Matrix now? What kind of bootleg Morpheus cosplay is this? But here's where the real goosebumps start. One of the voices off camera reportedly asks Cosby about Malcolm, and Bill, in a moment of eerie silence, simply says he knew too much. He was going to do a tell-all, so I had to remind him who made him. Now listen, that one line. That one line has already been dissected by every internet sleuth with a Reddit account. And baby, the conspiracy boards are glowing red. Remind him who made him. That doesn't sound like an old man recalling memories. That sounds like a threat. Turn fatal. And speaking of fatal, let's talk about that mysterious Costa Rica trip. Yeah, the one where Malcolm-Jamal Warner allegedly drowned. New reports suggest Malcolm didn't even like the ocean. His closest friends say he couldn't swim, hated beach vacations, and had a fear of deep water after an incident as a child. So why, was he alone on a solo retreat at a luxury oceanfront villa in a foreign country? And guess who allegedly booked that villa? A third-party agency tied to a now-defunct media firm called Huxtable Legacy Enterprises. Yeah, I said what I said. And just when the internet started sleuthing deeper, guess what? That media firm disappeared. Site down, business closed, records wiped cleaner than Cosby's public image in the 80s. Oh, but don't worry, the receipts are popping up. Because hackers, they work faster than TMZ on a Monday morning. And get this, one anonymous hacker group, going by the name Truth Serum, claims they've uncovered financial transactions from Cosby's inner circle to offshore accounts in Panama made just days after Malcolm's death. The amounts, over $500,000. The recipient? A fixer previously linked to two other mysterious deaths, both actors, both formerly tied to the Cosby empire. I mean, are we still calling this a coincidence, or should I call Scooby-Doo and the gang? Meanwhile, the legal world is starting to stir. A rumored class action investigation is brewing, led by none other than a coalition of former Cosby Show staffers, extras, and background actors who've all been silent for decades until now. Their collective statement reads, "What was once seen as a dream job became a lifetime of silence, fear, and manipulation. We've carried this for too long. Oh, but Cosby's camp, they're not backing down." His publicist released a highly unhinged statement calling Ice Cube a washed-up rapper with delusions of relevance, claiming the tapes were AI-generated. Deep fakes designed by haters with bad Wi-Fi and worse intentions. Sir, if you're gonna lie, at least try to sound less like a Facebook uncle arguing about lizard people. Meanwhile, Ice Cube just keeps dropping bombs. On an IG Live that hit over 1.3 million views in under 2 hours, Cube stared straight into the camera and said, "I don't care who tries to shut me up. Malcolm was my brother. He came to me scared, paranoid. Told me he was being followed, told me he was ready to expose the truth. And now he's gone. That's not coincidence. That's murder in a three-piece suit. Who you? Somebody get this man a mic drop emoji and a bodyguard." Now Hollywood is in full panic mode. Multiple studios have reportedly paused reruns and licensing deals involving The Cosby Show. Streaming platforms are quietly pulling episodes. And sources say a major documentary, The Cosby Tapes, Power, Puppets, and Poison, is already in post-production, ready to air this fall with Cube as executive producer. And as for the fans? Baby, they're divided like Moses just walked. Through Netflix, half were screaming justice for Malcolm, while the other half still can't believe their favorite TV dad might have turned into a real-life villain with a body count. But as one Twitter user so eloquently put it, at this point, it ain't America's dad, it's America's damn lie, so here we are. A trail of tapes, threats, and twisted truths. A fallen star, a rap legend turned whistleblower, and an industry scrambling to clean up a mess that's decades in the making. The only question left is, what happens now? So now I ask you, what else have they been hiding? If Ice Cube really just cracked the lid off the Hollywood Pandora's box, how deep does this rabbit hole go? Bill Cosby walking free, Malcolm gone under suspicious circumstances, and a USB full of secrets just accidentally leaked. Baby, this ain't coincidence. This smells like strategy, like silencing. Like decades of dirty business finally catching up with its creators. But now it's your turn. What do you believe? Was Malcolm-Jamal Warner targeted because he knew too much? Is Ice Cube a hero or just the next name on a very dangerous list? And most importantly, why is no one else talking about this? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I know y'all got theories, and baby, we need receipts, red, string, and a whiteboard. Don't forget to like this video if your jaw is still on the floor, share it before it mysteriously disappears, and subscribe if you're ready to dig even deeper into Hollywood's dirty secrets, because in this channel, we don't just spill tea, we blow the lid off the kettle. Stay woke, stay loud, and stay watching. This ain't over, not by a long shot.